No,
All right, we streaming
we're streaming.
live. Awesome.
And it should actually show up right on our page in just a moment.
Yeah.
Since we have three subscribers only. I don't even know who the third one is.
Wow, 3. Who is the third one? What the hell?
I don't know. I have
It's
no
like-
idea.
All right, come on, stream.
Yeah, it's showing us streaming, so it should be coming up here in just a moment.
Oh, technology.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Meh. Oh well. We'll just do the show.
All right. Yep. I mean, we're already streaming right now, so we don't want
Yeah, might as
people
well.
just watching us, looking at our phones, be like, "Come on."
We're waiting for our stream to pop up on the stream.
Yeah, that's not working out too well. We'll check later, see if it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. At least we'll be able to share the link for this one. But all right, man. So what the hell have you been up to?
It's been crazy. It's been about 5 months since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much in the same spot I was. Work's doing great. Aside from that, just getting on.
Yeah.
Got
Oh. So I actually had something that I really wanted to tell you about.
Okay.
And it has to do with fish.
Okay.
It has to do
All
with
right.
fish.
Awesome.
I found a mod that could potentially make you an awesome fishbowl.
Go on.
Okay, so you'd have to find a square fish tank, right?
Right.
And the concept behind an LCD screen
Okay.
is you can take just the LCD off of the backlight
Yeah.
and kind of manipulate it to where you can make whatever you're about to put it on as white as possible and light it up like
Okay.
with decent light, and you can put the LCD piece of the screen on that piece. This is how
Okay.
people are making the new towers. I forget who just came out with one, but they mass produced one just recently
Okay.
where you can actually use it as a screen and you can see things on it as long as you have ample light behind it.
Right. Yeah.
And things are relatively white in whatever you are doing. Like my build would almost work.
Okay.
And
Nice.
it just shows pictures. You can set it up so usually it works better with like a black texture
Right.
and just some kind of looping video.
Yeah, like you could have a live background on the fish tank, which is where you were going with that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or you can put it on the front.
And not watch your fish.
No, you'd be able to see your fish.
Oh, you could see him through
You
that.
can see right through it.
Oh,
It's
that's-
transparent.
That is crazy.
So when
That's
you use
awesome.
something black, it's just black.
Right.
It changes the LCD to black. And
Yeah.
like most people use kind of like a smoke looking like graphic,
Yep.
and it just kind of flows there. It looks awesome. It looks intense.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Step up your aquarium game.
Yeah. I was like that would work on a fish tank.
Nice.
So once I find a decent LCD to pull apart,
Yeah.
I will mock one up for you.
Oh, nice. No, that'd be-
Because I've been looking at it and I'm like, I need to do something with this, or I'm gonna go crazy. Because everyone's putting it on their computers, and I was like, mine's too big. I don't want to pull apart an LCD that
Right.
big, because that would suck.
Yeah, but like something like a little 10-gallon, 20-gallon fish tank,
Yeah,
like
yeah. For just like those old Dell screens.
right. Yeah.
Those are what everyone's using. The old square Dell screens.
Yeah.
So if I can find like just a square fish tank, I was like, I can throw a beta in there. They're dispensable.
I mean, yeah, they are. It's like upgrade to your guppy, who doesn't get along well with others.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, we didn't do an actual intro, but welcome to This Week in Nothing. It's been a long time since we posted anything, and we've got a whole lot of nothing to talk about.
Yes, yes, a whole lot of nothing. We didn't plan nothing out. We didn't
No.
have any topics. But
So yeah,
that's kind of where I want to go with everything that I'm about to do.
No plan.
Like I was telling you, I want to start doing this on like a personal note too. We'll
Right.
still do this show,
Oh yeah.
and that's why I made the green screen for things like this.
Right. And you can put, I mean, right now we've got our logo up there. We could put like videos, anything really.
Anything. Anything. It's just the green screen part. Whatever we put behind this scene in OBS,
Yeah.
it'll show up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was thinking
And so
sometimes I'll throw a meme up there, just a GIF meme.
Oh, that'd be fun. I was gonna say I almost had a panic attack though when you first sent me the picture and saying, "Hey, you know, I know you like that painting," and I had to look at the picture you sent me, and be like, "He didn't throw it away. He didn't destroy it."
No, the painting still exists. I was actually thinking at some point if you wanted, I've actually been looking around the market for just older computers
Right.
and stuff like that, just little things. And I was thinking if you wanted to do some gaming, if you wanted to do some like PC gaming,
Yep.
we can actually use that as a backdrop for live streams.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, because we won't really need this mic setup. We can use something else for mics.
Right.
Plus, we'd have to have computers in front of us so that the camera would be straight on us. And I don't think we want to game at this table.
Yeah. Just kind of have like that dead stare as you're trying not to die.
Yeah. And especially with me, because I can't do shit. I can't do anything. PUBG has been a nightmare for me.
I still need to try that. That looks so fun. A lot of the people I watch on YouTube, they do streams of PUBG and everything. It looks fun as hell. It looks great.
It is. It's I'm awful at it, but it's fun. It's fun. There's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of trolling on it, just because it is so popular. But once you get past the trolling and you get a decent game in,
Oh yeah.
it's good.
Now, when you say trolling, what are you referring to?
There's
Like,
just
within the
fucking
game?
loud people. There's just,
Just
loud people
screeching.
all the time. I haven't tried playing a co-op mission yet,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of interested in how that will turn out.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Doc?
No, I haven't.
The two time. He's retarded. he's pretty ridiculous, and that's one game that he plays consistently. It's just a Twitch streamer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there was a bunch of controversy around him just recently because he actually did a video and let everyone know that he cheated on his wife with
Ooh.
some groupies at TwitchCon
Wait,
or something.
I was gonna say he has groupies on Twitch.
Yeah,
That's
Twitch is actually huge now.
Well, yeah, but
Do you know H3H3?
Yeah.
They stream their podcast through Twitch.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's
I
getting
think,
bigger. It's
yeah,
getting
I think
bigger.
this is
It's
where
not...
my age is showing, and I'm like, Twitch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're not too into games. Like you game more than I do.
Yeah.
But we're not like hardcore 144 hertz refresh rate screen and stuff. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. This new Samsung I just bought, it's only a 60 hertz refresh rate,
Okay.
but it's decent. It's decent. It's still
I mean,
1080p.
I'd say it's more than decent.
I went
It's a
from
crazy
this
setup
little Acer that's not even 1080p to
there.
to actual HD gaming.
Yeah,
Well, no, because 720p counts as HD. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, whenever you see something that's HD,
They have to have at least that minimum.
yeah,
That's
720.
that is not great.
Yeah. And my 4K screen, like it was decent, but like it's just awkward in the spot that it is.
Okay, like
So
the one you have up there right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Plus it's 60 hertz, so it's good for movies.
Right.
It's good for 4K movies. It's not that great for gaming. It was a bit laggy. Like you could feel it. There's just a minute little
Yeah.
difference between 144 and 60 hertz.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big gap as far as numbers go.
Right, but as far as actual performance and what you're seeing,
Yeah, it's very minute. You have to be like a spot on like shoot 'em up gamer.
super gamer.
Yeah, like you can see it just by like twitching around your mic and on your mouse and stuff, but no, I didn't notice a difference in game just
Okay.
because I suck so bad.
It's like you naturally have that lag.
Yeah. Yeah. My brain can't keep up with these kids, man. It's like it's crazy. I'll hit the ground in PUBG,
Mhm.
and if I land next to someone, I'll give myself like 10 seconds.
And they'll start punching in the face.
No, because they'll grab a gun and they'll just kill me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going around and I'm like, "Oh, I found a magazine. Where's gun? I found a vest. Where's gun?"
And I mean, again, I haven't played it, so I'm just assuming here complete random spawning of like equipment, right?
I believe so. I very rarely go to the same places.
Okay.
So I can't say. But usually every house has at least one gun.
Right. I mean, there's probably some sort of algorithm in there that says like, if you've got a building, you want to spawn between this and that number of equipment, the likelihood of a gun goes up in these places as opposed to just running around and there's a random one in the middle of a field or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't found one in the middle of a field. and I very frequent those fields because
see,
I have no idea
that's your
where
issue.
where I'm going. I'm like, I'm totally exposed. I'm about to get shot down because
You
I
gotta
hate
find
it.
cover. Find cover.
I hate it, but I always fall into that like situation where like I'm going super slow because I'm trying to like be tactical and stuff, and I'm like, is there anybody there?
Well, everyone else is running around doing a mad dash to get up all the shit.
Peekaboo. But I mean, I just suck at it. That's all there is to it. It's awful.
Well, I'll have to run a game later.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Plus, it looks phenomenal on that computer.
All right, so we'll definitely do that. You want to get into one of the articles because you were showing me some of them earlier, and I want to talk about it. It's
Oh
some
yeah, you want to get
craziness.
that off your mind?
Yes.
You want to
Yes,
get
that's
that off
like
your mind? What
gnawing at
what
me.
was her name? Something Barber.
Oh jeez, super white girl name.
Yes. Anyways, so the racist Instagram post that actually Philip DeFranco covered just a few days ago, and she was talking about turning the water off to save the
Fill in the blank.
save the people in Africa.
Yeah.
You can guess the word,
Right.
the tainted word
that she proceeded to like rant on about.
Oh yeah, and then posted a second video after people called her out on the first one, ranting the word even more.
Oh yeah. It was so bad and so cringy.
So where'd you want to go with this? Because she did get kicked out of her sorority because she's in college, and the college did not believe the video. How would you say it?
They said this is an accurate representation of the type of people we want on our campus.
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And the sorority she was with, she's no longer with, which is kind of where I want to get into it there. Because that's a rough one. I'd have to see, like, the actual. The hell was that? Oh, okay.
I don't think it was me.
I'm pretty sure it was you. Mine's always silent.
Oh.
But what I was wanting to say is,
Oh, I turned. My bad.
what?
I turned the music volume down. I didn't turn my volume off.
There you go.
My bad.
Okay. Anyway, I'd like to see like what would you call it for the sorority? Pretty much like what they require the students to do. What they say, okay, you can't do this if you're going to be a member of our sorority. Guidelines,
Like
regulations.
their rules of engagement.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of the actual term, and pretty much what I'm saying is, did she leave the sorority of her own volition, or were they saying just, hey, you can't be in here anymore? And that kind of goes down into this weird rabbit hole of free speech, where I don't agree with what she said. What she said was really screwed up, but you know, can they really kick her from it?
I mean, if she did violate some type of rule that
Right,
they
and that's what
have,
I'd like to look into.
yeah.
Is like, what are their terms for being a member of their sorority?
But this is a good point, because we're in such a weird time right now where
Right.
everything pushes buttons.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Holy shit, does everything push buttons.
Oh yeah.
Like, you got to be nervous at work, you got to be nervous out in public.
Right, and I just want to reiterate. I mean, it's not like we're condoning any of the stuff she said, but at the same time,
No,
yeah,
I can't support it whatsoever.
no,
I mean, it's garbage. It kind of falls right into the H&M situation that I was talking about.
right, yeah,
So there's a activist group or something along those lines in Africa.
okay,
They are black, and they actually went after H&M,
hmm.
and they destroyed
Oh,
a
you're talking
store.
about the one in South Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah,
That was really
did you
stupid.
see it?
Yeah,
And then their like head person went on
and said, yeah, these people out here fighting racism and confronting it.
Yes. So
First off, you have to really think, was this actually racist?
racism,
Literally, there'd be nothing wrong with the shirt if they had a different kid modeling it.
I know.
And they
I
don't
know.
make the shirt with this model in mind. They
And
say,
that's
"This is
where a
what we're
lot of
gonna
people
do."
are coming from, like excuse me, but people make mistakes.
Yeah.
So there's no room for racism. There isn't.
No.
It's getting there. I
Right.
mean, now we're just nitpicking,
Oh yeah.
but like we have to conserve a little buffer room for actual mistakes.
Right. Exactly. And then it comes down to, societally, we don't want racism to be there, but at the same time, you can't police people's thoughts, and that's what they're attempting to do. They're trying to regulate what you can and cannot say, which is like antithetical to everything this nation once stood for. I mean, it's an international issue, obviously, in Europe and other countries and everything. But, I mean, come on. This is a societal goal where we don't want to be racist. We don't want to, treat people differently or treat people poorly based on what they look or, in any of those issues. But then at the same time, when you're trying to look for problems, you're trying to make problems so you can seem like you're doing something, like you're some hero out here fighting the racists.
Yeah, fighting
Who
a
made
good
a shirt.
fighting a good fight.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because my own mother has called me a monkey plenty of times.
Oh yeah, that was like a
And
pet name for
I'm
me
like,
when I was a kid.
son of a bitch! Like, why are we losing our minds about this?
Oh yeah.
And that's any type of wording. Like if I was to say, why are we losing our minds about this? I have to stop myself and think, well, we're not losing our minds about this.
Right. It's what's being portrayed. It's the people in the media, the people who are yelling their heads off because it doesn't matter how many people are, it's the loudest people that are heard.
Yeah. And at the same time, I'm not allowed to group myself in with different races, because now it's getting to the point where you can't steal from other what is it?
Ethnicities, races, cultures.
Ethnicity, like
cultural appropriation, is that what you're referring to? Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I can't have dreads. I can't.
Yeah.
I'll get called out hardcore for it.
No. Which was funny because when I was with my last girlfriend, who is black, she's from New York City, and she's like saying, "Oh, you should get dreads." I'm like, on one hand, oh yeah, that'd be fun. On the other hand, I don't want to be like attacked in the street or have people like, "Hey, you can't be wearing that."
Yeah, because now that's a serious situation. We've already seen it happen.
Yeah, that specific thing has already happened.
It's already happened,
and it's out there.
But at the same time, there's a bunch of white people with dreads now, like just outlandish amounts. I think that was just a stupid person being stupid.
Oh no, it obviously was. But the point is, like, if you watch that video, which it was on some college, and these two black students were confronting a white student who was wearing dreads, and the guy wearing dreads was the kind of white guy you would expect to wear dreads. You know, had his drug rug on, freaking all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But they're like, they confronted him in the hallway, pulled him aside, and were kind of like had him up against the wall, and they were saying like, "Oh, you think this is okay?" But
this was a while. That was.
I mean, no, it's old news by now, but
yeah, that was a while ago.
But the whole point is they felt so comfortable and so justified with doing this. It's like, why is that something you feel is okay? Why do you think you have a say in how someone wears their hair, or the way someone dresses, the way someone conducts themselves? You don't have a say, honestly.
No. Plus, I mean, shit, even being Mexican, you don't have anything. You don't have any Jesus statues or leopard print anywhere.
I actually had a funny moment a couple days ago, before I started vaping, trying to vape to stop smoking. While I was still smoking, I was outside waiting for a bus. Two black guys walked by. They said, "Hey, could we get some smokes for him?" I'm like, yeah, fine. I don't care. Here, have a couple smokes. And they start walking off. And they kind of stop. And they look back and they said, "Roberto?" I'm like, no.
What?
No, I'm like, no, you don't know me. No, my name's not Roberto.
That is awesome. That is funny. That is funny. I mean, it's gotta semi suck for you, but that's pretty funny.
I mean, I didn't really give a damn. I was just like, really? What made you think that? I mean, could have been like, do I know you? No, you don't. But
have I met you before? I could have sworn you were picking squash.
But yeah, I mean that sort of stuff. I mean, that was an honest mistake. I mean, it was a little awkward, but that's the worst it is, and that's.
I feel like he did it on purpose, though. That sounds like a comment that's done as a low blow.
Yeah, which is kind of screwed up after I just gave him smokes.
Yes, but at the same time, think about how people react to any type of situation. So, they probably subconsciously was just like, I'm a dirtbag. I gotta ask for smokes. Well, no, not even, because people that ask for smokes don't think they're a dirtbag. So I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I've been there before. Like, maybe you're out, you run out of smokes, you've got some at home, and you don't want to go in and spend like $10 on a new pack. So you bum one. It happens.
Did I ever tell you about the story where I actually had to run to the gas station to grab smokes, and then it potentially fucked me?
No, you didn't.
Later on in the night, so I didn't pay attention to how much money I had. In my pocket at the time, and I bet a guy $5 on a game of pool. Lost the game of pool.
Yep.
I pull out $2.
Oh.
He was huge.
He was not having it.
He was huge, and he wasn't having it.
Yeah.
But I had beer muscles on, so I'm freaking out because he's freaking out, thinking that I don't have the means to go to an ATM and get him his $5.
Right, and he's probably gonna be like, this punk's gonna, just walk away, say, "Oh no, let me go to the ATM and grab some for
But
you."
we were in Bell's. There was an ATM right there.
Yeah. Oh.
So he took a hit right in my pride. So I freak out, and it took like 5 people to get me out of that bar. He was gonna wreck me. He was gonna wreck me.
And that's crazy, over $5.
He was gonna annihilate me.
Yeah.
Well, I say this after I freaked out on him. He was going to wreck me after I freaked out
Well,
on
what the
him.
hell were you doing then? So
I
we
don't
need
know.
to get the full
I
story
don't
here.
know. I don't know. Well, because he claimed that he claimed that I wasn't gonna have the $5, and then I just went off on him. I'm like, I can get you your $5 out of the ATM right now. Who the fuck do you think I am? Like, really?
Patrick fucking Crowley.
But it did make me mad, and multiple times since then I have run into him.
Oh.
And he's a huge prison guard, like huge. I would not want to get on his bad side. Like,
No.
now I cringe. I'm like,
Like,
why did I do that?
Uh,
But I've actually tried like giving him his $5 like multiple times.
is he just not taking it?
He's not having it.
No.
He's not having it one bit.
Oh.
Not one bit. And I know every time that he sees me, he remembers that moment.
It's
He
like,
wants
this
to
is
choke me the
that
fuck
dude.
out. Dude.
How do you
And
manage...
this is why I don't drink anymore.
How do you manage to get in those situations? I don't know, but
I don't know. Because I was a retard. I was hardcore retard.
you're like, I've got this.
I'm
$5.
sorry. I was just dumb. I was just
Oh,
really,
come
really
on. Let's
dumb.
not apologize for dumb shit now.
It
Let's
was
not
funny.
go there.
But yeah, I mean, so other than just chilling out and going to work, what have you been doing?
I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, I've got my aquarium still. I've had my apartment together for a while now. I am trying to get more into like D&D and everything again.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've always been into it, but I just never have a group. So I know coming up at the beginning of February, I'm gonna have a group together for at least one go, and I'm hoping things go well enough that they're like, "Hey, we want to do this again. We had a good time."
How many
Blah, blah,
people
blah.
did you get through?
Did you know Shireen? You know Shireen.
Yeah.
I'd say her and I think husband. Is
Yeah.
she married? Yeah, her and a few people. We went.
I don't know if she's married, but I was just saying. Yeah, okay.
Okay. But
her husband, sure.
They
Shireen,
had a housewarming
you're
party a
married
long
now.
time ago. We were all playing games. We were all having fun, having a good time. And I brought it up, and I was talking to presumably her husband, and he's like, "Oh, he's into a lot of the nerdy stuff I am." And I started talking to him about D&D. He's like, "I'd love to play," and Shireen would, and a few other people. And it got to the point, like at the end of the night, I said, "If you guys ever actually are down to play, just give me a call. I'll set up a game for us." And I got that call a few weeks ago. I said, "All right." I don't know how many people there are going to be. It might just be like 3 or 4 of us. It could be like 7. I don't know, but it'll be just good to have have a group. And
Is
just
everyone
try
gonna
to-
have their characters ready beforehand?
That's the thing. A lot of these people haven't played before, so I'm going simple. I'm doing pre-made characters, and I'm going to let them choose their characters. 'Cause this is
it
possible.
gonna be a hat pull, or is it gonna be?
No, I'll let them choose. Like I'll have
let
like
them
this spread
choose?
out there and be like,
Okay.
"Hey, who do you guys like?" And I've got a really good, actually completely cheated. There's this podcast I listen to called Critical Role, and it's a bunch of voice actors and everything, and they play D&D. So I'm basically just pulling their characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're good. They're interesting characters. They've got some interesting setups there. So, and it takes the creative hat off for me for that. Well, I still have to put together a story and setting and all that. That way, characters are easy. I know who this is. I know what they do. Get it set.
Remember that kid that I told you about that worked right over at the 7-Eleven
What about him?
that played D&D?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
Well, there's a kid that works over there, and he's actually going to going to my job now.
Oh, nice. Good
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
I mean, it's a step up from 7-Eleven.
I actually just put in for a supervisor's position
Nice.
over in that department. I doubt I'm going to get it.
Hey, you got to put your head in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta somehow use my business administration degree.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say that's one fun thing I've been having at work. I've had a couple issues at work not that long ago, which it's been mixed. They're issues you don't want to have, but at the same time they were bad enough where if they didn't want me there, I'd be gone.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
like
I would have been.
technical difficulties
No,
or
personal.
oh
Personal.
really?
Yeah. But anyway, like and it happened a couple times and like we're of the understanding if it happens again I got to go, but I also know that if they wanted me gone, if they didn't like me, if they didn't think I was doing a good job, even if I was like a semi okay employee, they'd be like, "Okay, you're out, go."
Would you do? Do you not want to say it on
No,
this?
no, I'd rather not say it on the
Okay.
air.
Okay.
But yeah, so that happened and I'm talking to him and we had a kind of a follow-up not that long ago. And you know, he's like saying, "Hey, where do you see yourself in, you know, like 5 years with the company?" So I'm like, "A, that's a good thing that we're thinking about 5 years from now."
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. And B, like I was telling him, you know, I want to go up to CCC here. They've got a program for like plastics engineering. I told him, hey, I want to go there. I want to get that, and I want to apply for an engineering job. I'm not saying I want anyone else to get fired, but I want to take their job.
You didn't say that.
I didn't. I mean, I kind of did say that, but he's like, "Oh no,
Oh my god!"
No, he's like, you know, we're looking at expanding. Jobs are going to open up, and you know that
Never,
they
never
liked
go
that
to
I
the
had
place where
issue.
you're calling out someone else's job.
No,
You need
no.
to be like, you need to be like, I understand that the workplace is a fast-paced environment, and people leave. People leave.
I was gonna say there are times to be, you know, tactical and you know, and there are times to be aggressive and be like, I want this job.
Just be
And it's
blunt.
like, you know, I'm here.
Fire
I'm
this
gonna be
guy.
there.
Hire me because
I was
I'm
like, it's
fantabulous.
5 years. 5 years is a while.
Well, that's cool. So have you gotten started on getting into this program? Or
No, that's actually
have you found what times they
yeah.
have it?
Yeah, no, I have, and that's gonna take some doing, just because I know that the company has worked with sending people there and getting them through the classes and everything, and helping pay for it, which is great.
Oh, nice.
The other thing is, of course, it's all days, and I work nights, so gonna have to figure out something there, especially considering with my current schedule, the days alternate. Like one week I'll have Monday and Tuesday off. Next week I'll be working it. Same throughout the week. So it's never going to be the same one week from the next.
Yeah.
So having to figure that out is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's plenty of time, and the company is really going through a big growth spurt this year. We actually
so aren't we? Like a lot of jobs just opened up over where I'm at.
Thank you, Trump.
I'm not gonna say it's that. It was more company tactics.
Right. No, I know.
It was more company tactics. I was actually talking to my buddy last night about this, and I was like,
no, but it's the same thing there. This is something they've been growing towards for a while, and they're actually implementing a lot of the stuff they've been planning for. So yeah, I know what you're saying. Plus, we had a really good customer potential customer come by not that long ago.
Yeah.
And if we hook them, we're going to see like $10 million coming in annually from them. And we're going to be getting more machines. We're going to be expanding. We're going to be doing all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
exciting.
we hit $1 million days at work like all the time, and they I mean, they don't boast about it, but
no, I'm not talking about like I mean annual $10 million that's all profit. You know, after you know, keeping everything.
No, I know what you mean, but like I'm just still in awe that like $1 million days exist.
Oh yeah.
Like for a factory of our size, like that's still pretty intense. Like that's a lot of money.
Now I got a question: is that pure profit, or is
I
that
believe
just...
that's just orders.
Okay. Well, because a lot of other stuff, go in effect. You might make $1 million a day, but then you gotta pay
Well, you have
everyone.
the
You gotta,
overhead,
yeah.
yes. But I'm so poor that $1
million.
million dollars.
Oh my god.
But then again, you can't even live off of $1 million for your whole life.
No, not
So
even
it's
close.
so it's
Especially if you want
it's
a
chump
home.
change now.
Yeah.
Chump change.
Yeah, $1 million realistically, if you were careful, you might get 5 years.
That's pocket money for rappers.
That really is, and that really makes me sad. That hurts me in my soul,
Yeah, yeah,
especially because of what rapping is nowadays.
yeah.
I mean,
Lil
not
Pump, Gucci Gang.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
You just got sued.
Yep, yep. Because they need my money.
Yes, yes they do. Yes they do. Did you watch his video
No.
on that song?
Mm-mm.
It's decent. He's got a lion in it. No, he's got a tiger. I believe it's a tiger.
That's how rich he is. He's got tigers in his
In a
videos.
school. In a school.
Why?
Because I guess the claims are he had a full paid like scholarship to Yale or somewhere like that, or
Oh, geez.
Harvard or something like that, and he dropped it to go save the rap game. So he made his Gucci Gang video at like a college setting, and it was like Gucci Gang High or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the craziest thing is he wore
Gangster rap's dead.
he wore 3 outfits in that from Gucci
Yeah.
that were like $30,000.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm sure.
just no problem. And I'm like I don't know if Lil Pump has that type of money to be just buying Gucci like that. But then
He might.
there's stipulations where they think Gucci worked with him to give him that. And I was
mean,
like,
that's like
I don't know about that. That's a little,
it's not like they don't get enough exposure in the rap game in general.
yeah. I don't think they're working with Lil Pump.
But then part of me is like, they're probably working with Lil Pump.
Behind closed doors.
He's like,
Hey,
I will. He's like,
you
I
wear
will
this?
make you a song just for Gucci.
Just for Gucci.
It's like, no, I'm for the company, but I mean, I'm getting paid in Gucci.
How did Gucci turn into a catchphrase like Gucci?
I don't know.
And that was a while ago. That was a while ago.
I honestly hate it.
It's Gucci. Like how did Gucci become so good? Like
I mean, it's always been a good
phrase,
brand,
it's
but
a phrase
yeah.
for good.
Right.
I didn't hear about it until like just last year. I'm like, oh,
like
what is
the people,
Gucci?
yeah, one of the people I hang out with
I thought,
started using it, and the first time I heard her use it, I had to like stop and do a double take.
I heard it before I knew
Yeah.
there was a company called Gucci. I didn't know. I thought someone just was making clever slang.
No.
That sounds like you could use it for the word good.
Yeah, but like knowing the reality of it is kind of cringy, or at least in my opinion, it's cringy. Like I said, I had a double take. I first heard my friend say it. I said, "Hey, how you been?" "Oh, it's Gucci." I'm like,
What?
What'd you just say? Not in front of me.
You just hurt my brain.
And the dumbing down of the nation is on track.
Yeah, but that's actually so back to like the whole money thing and stuff. I was talking to my buddy last night about like the unemployment rate,
Right.
and I don't understand how it's so high, because
I mean, it's been getting better, but
yeah, it has been getting better, and we haven't seen a huge uproar in job openings or anything like that. And the fact of the matter is, it's been a consistency to where here in New York, you could go out and get a job tomorrow, a job.
Well,
You
I
could
mean,
go out and get any job within a week.
Well, I was gonna say, remember when I was
with
living here, when I was
application.
putting everything out, if I hadn't gotten you know, at my current job,
Yes,
I
but
was put into like
I'm
pizza places,
that's what
gas
I'm saying. That's what
stations.
I'm saying
Well,
though.
and I hadn't heard
That's what I'm
back from
saying.
anything in what I was here for almost a month before I got my current job,
Yeah, but
and that's when I first heard
you
back
didn't
from
throw
anyone.
into like McDonald's or any place like that though.
I was throwing into everything in walking distance, and like I said, pizza stores, gas stations, 7-Eleven right over there. I was putting in,
Oh,
and I didn't hear anything until I'd already gotten the okay to work where I'm at,
yeah.
and that was from the pizza place saying, "Hey, are you still looking for a job?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm good."
I'm all right. I don't know. I've never really had a problem. Like as soon as I came back from the army, I had a job before I even came back.
Yeah,
Like it was just okay. Mickey D's hired me out of nowhere.
yeah. Before you got back?
Yeah, before I got back, I already had a job at McDonald's.
Hmm.
Just boom. I was like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good to me."
yeah. I mean, you can, but there's another thing, and heard someone else was talking
But
about this, a YouTuber.
you were also restricted as
How yeah,
to the area.
right, because
So
I didn't have a vehicle,
within
so
walking
exactly.
distance.
That's what I was saying. I was putting in to pretty much everywhere within
Yeah.
walking distance,
Yeah.
which I mean, I've got a pretty good walking distance. But
Yeah, you were walking how far to your old job?
oh, 6 miles at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we got dumped on with snow not that long ago, I was laughing. I got someone picked me up maybe I want to say a quarter mile from work, but it was terrible. And I was just remember thinking this is like one of those old man stories they have where like back in my day, I walked 5 miles in a snowstorm to work uphill both ways at
Yeah.
night.
I try to tell myself that sometimes when I have to walk to work and and then I'm just like I can't tell that story later on because I'm gonna have to follow it up with because I was a dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But the point is you did it.
it's just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, the point is you did it.
I get crap for riding a bike all the time.
Oh.
Like people are just like, I thought you were crazy. I'm like,
No, just stupid. Yeah.
there's actually a guy at work that rides his bike frequently just
Oh yeah.
because.
No, we've got that person too. He owns like 5 different bikes, and
Oh
he
really?
always bikes into work, no matter what's going on. If it's snowing, don't care.
Wow.
But
Wow. There was an
he's
old guy.
he's one of those fitness freaks though too. He's got like long Jesus hair. He's like vegan. He works out all the
Is
time.
he like the the living embodiment of that meme from YouTube, the redhead? Have you ever seen his videos?
Yes, yeah, he kind of is.
He did that one on how to make people feel bad about eating meat.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Mhm.
That was hilarious. Oh my god, gingers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. So what do you think? What do you think you have planned for relatively soon?
Well, like I said, I've got a few things coming up. Looking to try to get my car on the road as soon as spring hits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how much that is. I think I already talked to you about this, but I've got to get an estimate on how much it's going to take to get the car back on the road.
Yeah.
Because if it's too much,
I'm definitely not looking
yeah,
forward to
I'll just get a new
car issues.
Yeah, it's a, if it's too much to repair, I'll just sell it, scrap it, whatever, and just get a used
Don't
car.
scrap it. Trade
Something.
it. Trade that.
Something. But yeah, we'll do something with that. I got to get a computer.
Yeah.
Dad. Yeah.
I
Well, because
I will
if
I
I
will
do-
help you out on that.
Oh yeah, I'd appreciate that because
Are you looking like laptop or are you gonna go desktop?
I was thinking laptop just because like of the way my apartment's set up and everything.
Yeah,
I can just have it like on the coffee table.
I'm still gonna build you a desktop.
Hey, I
There's so many
appreciate that.
spare parts kicking around, like especially here because so the GPU market has been outrageous because of the whole cryptocurrency thing.
Yeah.
Like
which like is going down. At least
Two
Bitcoin, right?
$200 graphics cards are now soaring to like six. It's insane.
That's crazy.
And memory is outrageous. 16 gigs will run you like almost $200.
Jesus.
It's bad. It's getting real bad. But those are two completely different situations.
Right.
So RAM they had a problem with inventory.
Mm-hmm.
They actually somehow screwed up a whole batch, like a whole year's worth of RAM. It was contaminated or something like that.
Oh, that's weird.
And they had to get rid of that. So that's why RAM's soaring out of control.
Right.
But GPUs is because of the cryptocurrency market. And this sucker is gonna pop.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta pop.
I mean, Bitcoin's already got to that point. They've been dropping like crazy.
Yes, but
But
you
no,
you
there are
only
other
you only
cryptocurrencies,
hear
but yeah.
about the drops. There's huge
Oh, they soared.
there's
That's like
huge increases like immediately after the drops.
yeah.
Because everyone's just like, "Oh, it dropped. I'm buying."
I'm getting in on
I'm
it now.
buying.
Yeah. And it's a lot more effective than I thought it would ever be. Like back when I first heard about it, I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of quirky and weird."
How long has it been now? It's been close to like what? At least 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, that's
that
what I was
Bitcoin
thinking.
has been in existence.
Right, and they said like, what if when it first started up, if you got like $100 worth of Bitcoin, you'd have millions of dollars now.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The guy that lost his hard drive and scoured a dump for how long?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he had like something close to like $63 million worth of Bitcoin, and that was
my
that
God.
was back then. And think about it, that's Bitcoin that will never be found again.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
can't be reproduced either.
Yep. Which is why it's pretty darn stable for what it is.
Yeah.
But
As far as a replacement currency, because
Yeah.
that's what they're trying to get to, is a replacement currency.
right.
I don't think they're going to hit it with Bitcoin. When I think China came out with their own, another country's looking to come out with their own.
Right.
like,
and just completely kind of
cryptocurrency.
replace paper.
Yes, and once countries start buying into it like that, I can see it being like a functional currency.
I mean, we almost have that like with credit. Credit is almost that. It's just backed up.
No,
by
credit is like a made up Harry Potter bullshit thing, because I am still angry to this day about how credit works
Yeah.
and how banks even function.
Yeah.
Like you went through like just basic accounting in high school, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you heard like, so a bank has $20, now it's able to loan 40, and when it loans that 40, it can now loan 80.
Yeah.
It,
It's ridiculous.
that's layman's terms, but that's technically how it works. And where's this money? Where is this money that is, oh, you're producing money out of nowhere?
Yep.
This
No,
is
exactly.
why. This is why inflation sucks. This is why everything sucks, is because our backward system of
Oh, yeah.
financing.
And it's all pretty much goes back to the Federal Reserve, which is a very misleading name because it's not actually associated with any government branch. It's a private
Yeah.
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 So that's
Did you see that on Adam's Ruins Everything?
No, I've seen it somewhere else, but yeah.
Dude, that
that's
show's gotten
crazy.
so good. That Adam Ruins
I've
is
never
awesome.
actually watched it.
No?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And they even call themselves out on stuff. Like if they get something wrong,
Yeah.
they actually made a show just dedicated to what they got wrong.
Huh.
And they fix it.
That's interesting. So shows a certain level of integrity. I was gonna say journalistic integrity. I'm not sure if it really qualifies, but there's integrity there.
What's the differences between just integrity and generalistic?
Journalistic. Being specifically a journalist, I'm not sure if they
Oh,
qualify as journalists to have
journalists.
yes, journalistic integrity.
Oh, I thought you said
General-
generalistic. I'm
You know,
like
just in general.
General integrity. Isn't that integrity?
Yeah.
Sorry, my ear holes aren't working.
Okay. Yeah, no, blame it on that. Wow.
But yeah, it's definitely a good show. You got to check it out.
Yeah. There are some things like I'm on point and I know exactly what's going on currently, and there are other things I'm like, wait, what do you mean this has been happening for 10 years? What is this?
Yeah,
So much.
there's stuff that surfaces that I'm like, huh? What?
Oh yeah. Like again, like the Twitch thing we were talking about earlier. That's been around forever. I'm aware of it.
There's
I've
so
never
much
seen anything on
there's
Twitch.
so much money flowing into Twitch right now.
Oh yeah.
The OBS program that we're using right now,
Yeah.
a company that has been dedicated to like Twitch streaming, actually just OBS is open source.
Right.
So anybody can change the code, view the code, and Streamlabs just came out with their own free OBS software.
Yeah.
It's called Streamlabs OBS, I think. Slobs. That's what it's called. It's called Slobs. I shit you not.
You gotta love acronyms.
That's awesome. I love how we're just embracing like horrible acronyms like that
Oh, yeah.
now. Like companies are just like, "Oh yeah, people will remember that." If they called it something else, I would not have remembered
or
that.
if they just didn't even bother using an acronym and they just had the whole thing. If you were like
Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah.
Yay. No, I want slobs. I did check it out. It's definitely better.
All right.
You've watched at least one Twitch stream, right? No, not one.
No.
You haven't seen like gameplay with the
I've seen like a post from Twitch on YouTube.
Oh. Well, they have like over
Yeah, this is how behind I am.
They have all these like cool overlays and stuff,
Yeah.
and like tickers, like live counters and stuff that actually show up on their stream.
Mhm.
And then like, oh, I forgot to start the music for this. I signed up with a company
Okay.
on YouTube that we can use their music
Oh,
for free.
is it all original stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
chill hop.
Nice. And they're actually like, they know about this. They're aware.
Yeah, you have
About
to
us.
you have to submit a a thing with them,
Okay.
and you can use their music. I'll actually pull it up right now because it's nice. It's just it's lo-fi hip hop.
Oh yeah, no, I love those.
Yeah. So I was actually using it last night. I should have had it pulled up. I can't believe I forgot. I think I was more concerned with the whole sound situation.
Oh yeah, I'm getting everything set up.
Yeah, because I looked at I looked at our screen and there was no movement on the mic, and I got scared for a minute because
Yeah, like
technical
oh no.
difficulties ramp up everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's awful. But yeah, there's a bunch of places out there now that you can actually just sign up and you can use their stuff for free.
Oh, cool.
And all you have to do is link to them.
Yeah, I'm giving them their due credit.
Yeah, we'll throw the link in the video after we stream. I doubt we're going to get sued over this minute stream that will get 3 views from you, me, and
some random person.
Some random person. That,
Oh, I almost forgot. Remember at the very beginning we were trying to send the link to stream. How are we doing that? What's going on?
Oh, you just pull up our YouTube page, and it should probably be up there now.
It is. Do we count as watching? Because it says one person's watching. It's probably us.
Yeah, it's probably us.
All right.
Because that's how it was before. Remember?
Yep.
Okay. I hope this isn't loud.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I listen to this stuff like randomly. Sometimes when I'm trying to go to sleep or something.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just,
good.
Like,
it's
this
good.
Is nice. Oh yeah, and I like the little animation loop they give with it too.
Yeah.
It's soothing.
So we can use this in the background now.
Awesome.
Which is super cool.
We are going 100% talk radio.
And it's it's showing up It's piped right in. It's good to go. Yeah, I was very surprised that you could just pull it like that.
Oh,
All you have to do is just sign a waiver with them saying that you will give them credit.
that's cool.
On your Twitch stream, you have to use their little picture at the
Right.
bottom of your page.
Awesome.
But I imagine just having their music labeled in your, like those tickers I was talking about. You can actually have a Spotify
Yep.
ticker up saying like, "Oh, this is what I'm listening to." So I'm sure if you have that up there,
Right.
it counts.
No, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. But eventually, I would like to move into making this type of like music just for the streams. And it shouldn't be hard as long as we make like a decent 5-minute clip,
Right. Yeah, just a
and
little.
then we can loop it.
Oh yeah.
People won't
Just
notice
like
it.
I mean, just like a lot of these are. It's just
Yeah, it's just
Go on.
one simple beat looped.
okay. I just shared the post of our stream on Facebook, so got that going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
just put
great.
it on there. So maybe we'll actually get people to watch, get some views. Maybe they'll catch the stream. Maybe we'll catch the final product after it's up there. But find out.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll go.
We'll get a whopping 50 views.
Oh wow, it's up on mine now too.
Haha.
I'll share the link to it. Right on the Facebook. So people can see us struggle to have a conversation.
Yeah. It's like the mildly socially maladjusted individuals talking about nothing.
Yeah.
And now that I've actually got it up there, I feel like we're kind of panning out.
We're panning out.
Or maybe I'm panning out. I don't know. How are you feeling?
Oh, about things to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got tons, dude.
Okay, cool.
I've got tons.
Hit me.
So I've been working on a lot of electronics projects, right?
Right. Yep.
And
it's
I've actually
freaking crazy.
ventured into I've ventured into actually working with components, just
Okay.
like as far as like resistors and LEDs and stuff like that.
Nice.
The LED game is hard.
So what's up with that? Like,
So
share with me.
I've been working with
novice.
Arduinos. They're little.
I love that Pokemon.
They're they're little like chips.
Okay.
They use a microcontroller. They're little. Have you ever opened up a piece of electronics and you see those little square black things with all the leads sticking off of them?
No, I can't afford to break my stuff.
Dude, I take apart everything. The first day I got that screen, it's already been disassembled and reassembled. First day, out of the box.
Yeah, I have no experience with those, and I could not trust myself enough to
Dude,
take
I
anything
broke
apart
it.
unless it's already broken.
I broke it. Can you tell?
Not really.
No,
I mean, I
broke it.
haven't looked at it super hard.
I broke it.
What did
I
you do?
broke some of the clips that hold it together.
Oh, jeez.
First day I bought it. $200 screen, straight out the box, broke it. Because I wanted to see if I could take it apart and actually integrate a Versa mount into the back of it.
Okay.
And,
is that kind of what you got set up right there?
No, actually, that's a Acer mount that I modded to hold a Samsung.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's just
hey, it works.
heavy duty bolted on there. I wish I could show this stuff like as we're
Right.
talking
So
about it.
instead of just kind of like, trust us off screen.
Yeah.
There's something cool.
Yeah. But actually everything that is set up on there is modded. I had to mod the case for the computer for the water cooling. Actually, I had to like cut pieces of the case out. And the LEDs that light up around the window.
Yep.
You can actually see them on my Facebook. You can see this computer on my Facebook. I posted a few pictures of it, and the LEDs around the window are actually I put those in there. Those
nice.
aren't like store bought. I bought
And
the
the
actual
fan, was that
LED
also
strips.
the one that you did it as well? Because I noticed you had like a almost kind of rainbow thing around the cooling fan back there?
Oh no,
That came that
those are
way?
Corsair.
Okay.
Those are Corsair fans because I wanted to get real PWM fans. Like they're instead of the 3-pin header, they're a 4-pin header, and you can control them better. It's just better airflow.
Okay. Well,
Better airflow.
again, I'm over here. I have like basic
I
user
actually
level knowledge.
I actually that's why I thought about the music in the background was I could hear the fans just a little bit.
Okay, and just kind of cover that up just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to have the computer in the other room, but I don't want to buy 10-foot cables.
Yeah. And then have everything just kind of streaming out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, actually that's why I bought that server.
Okay.
That server is to potentially encode this stream because I don't really want to burn out my brand new 1080,
Yeah.
that big graphics card. That but this is the main reason I ended up buying
Right,
that graphics
for
card.
doing the shows.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna do like your own personal show coming up.
Yeah,
You're working
so I'm actually going to be streaming it to Facebook, and just some people around Auburn. I kind of want to get like local bands, and talk to some local people. Hopefully, so remember I actually did a few things over here with the Hair Lounge.
Yeah, yeah.
I did a few videos with them. I think that might be my first guest. Hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully Greg will want to come over and talk about the Hair Lounge. They've been in business for a year now.
Hey, good for them.
Yeah.
It's a nice place. I mean, I've been there once
Yeah,
to get my hair cut. But they do a good job.
yeah. It's definitely a nice place. But he's doing good.
Awesome.
He just got out of school. Now he's able to actually provide more services.
Nice.
He's
Full time.
yeah, women's hair too now. So and that's big money.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Crazy money.
That's a lot of money for hair.
Yeah. Trust me, I've with my last girlfriend, I learned more than I ever thought I would need about hair. So much.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But no, that's really cool. So, are you like in general? Is it gonna focus on music? You said you're gonna have like some business owners. Or...
No, it's gonna be general. It's gonna be kind of like this, just BSing, so I can pick someone else's brain. Because
Okay.
that's what I really want to do. I don't want to concentrate on news.
Right.
I mean, I do like how with this we're just picking a couple topics to pull from and actually talk about like what's going on and stuff. But like you were saying,
yeah,
this
just kinda
might
spitball.
be a bi-weekly thing.
Yeah.
So I can handle every 2 weeks going over some news,
Oh yeah.
but I can't handle too much of it.
Right.
It
And
makes
it's not
me go
gonna, it's
insane.
never gonna be central. Like I said, it's always gonna come down to, what's going on with our lives. Sometimes what's going on in the news.
Yeah,
and Just
yeah.
spitballing, talking.
But I like picking people's brains. You know this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I even tried doing that book that breathes with you that one time. I don't think you remember
I
too
don't.
well because we were hammered. But I was trying to do an idea based around people as like a portrait book, and
Okay.
like just significant experiences that they experience.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah. That was actually really really good. Like just that one that we did
Yeah.
was actually really nice. I've done portraits since then,
Right.
but like actually being able to like pull something like that out of somebody,
Right.
it's awesome. It's awesome to be able to actually get real things from people.
Right, and have those kind of interactions, which
And not try to blow them out of proportion.
oh yeah.
Just mix in a little bit of mystery with it.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good, and I think it's something that it seems like people don't do as often nowadays. You don't have
No,
as
they
many
want
of those.
they want to pull the drama out of
Right.
someone. They want something to grab onto, and no.
Yeah.
No, I'll pass. I want more relaxed. Do not feel uncomfortable around me because you're gonna make me uncomfortable.
Uh,
Don't be nervous about things that you're gonna talk about.
right.
I don't I don't want to make someone talk about something that they don't want to. I want to make someone want to talk about something that they
Right.
don't want to.
You create that environment and just kind of let it go from there.
Yeah, and just be like, "Hey, this is an open outlet. Just talk about it." Um Remember Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah.
Jay actually became a huge drug addict.
I mean, that's not terribly
Inaccurate to his character,
right.
but apparently he did, and Kevin Smith actually talks about this in his book,
Yeah.
and he created a podcast to help him with that.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, he talks about addiction and things like that, and it's actually helped him significantly with addiction. And I'm like, we need more of that. Like
Right.
that needs to become popular, not toy videos on YouTube.
No,
Like there's full blown adults watching people play with toys on YouTube.
really?
Yeah.
That's
There was one I came
interesting.
across last night. It was Jeffy. It was these little puppets, and it was awful. I mean, it was just downright awful. They were using like Nintendo plush toys and
Yeah.
stuff, and it was bad.
That seems
Like
really mentally
there was
regressive.
cussing. There was situations where like they created a robot of Jeffy, and like it started chasing him around and trying to kill his father and stuff, and it was bad. Like there's some things that I come across on YouTube that like I'm scared that are on there,
Yeah.
because this is a platform for everyone, and there's a lot of kids on YouTube.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of kids on any type of social media.
Right. I mean, that's almost a given nowadays.
Yeah.
Is children are going to be there. Children are going to see it.
You want to back up off of the wall? Yeah.
Try not to break everything.
Yeah. But there's a lot of impressionable kids. Have you gone on Snapchat? Do you go on Snapchat? So you can go to Snapchat now, and you can go to the map of Snapchat,
Okay.
and there's these little blimps, these little blue blimps, okay? And if you click on one of those blimps, you see a public Snapchat someone put on there. I went through our area, okay?
Yep.
And I want to say a majority of them were kids. Just random Snapchats, throwing them up online. And it was weird.
Yeah, it's odd because I think like when you get to social forums, you're gonna have a majority of them are kids because most of them are gonna have the time for it. Honestly,
I say it's weird so dramatically because I hit one, and it was a like conference, okay, and this lady was up on stage speaking, and somehow this kid drew a crosshair on the screen, and he's going pew 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 pew, and I'm like, that could potentially be bad.
Yeah.
What are you doing, kid? Like, come on now. We're in a scary time right now. Like, don't be posting stuff like that.
I mean,
that's sketchy.
Yeah, it is
especially
sketchy, but
publicly.
At the same time, that's not like, from a kid's standpoint, that's not a whole lot different than a video game. I mean, yeah, that's screwed up, and you don't want that to happen. But kids,
I was just in shock about it.
Yeah,
I was in shock that actually was a thing, because I've never experienced that. I've never experienced, like, till last night that you could do that publicly. I thought Snapchat was just this
person to person
thing.
Yeah.
But I did also end up getting like mass texts from there, and I'm like, oh, you can send it to multiple people at once? And I was like, oh, well, Snapchat's not as personal as I thought it was.
Yeah.
I kind of felt good when people just sent me something, and I was like,
I'm like, oh,
oh, they sent me something.
that's nice.
Nope, they sent it to everyone.
Everybody.
Damn it, Facebook.
Yep, yep.
They own Snapchat now.
Really?
Yeah,
Since when?
since a while ago. Or wait, no, do they own Instagram? They might own Instagram.
You're
My
asking
bad.
me. I was gonna say you're asking me about things. I
My
have no
knowledge
idea.
is very limited when it comes to social media.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty limited when it comes to social media as well.
I think it was Instagram they bought. Yeah, because now you can integrate your friends list from Facebook to Instagram.
Oh,
So they
okay.
own Instagram now.
All right.
But that's huge. Like Facebook is gonna potentially own everything.
Yeah.
Social wise. Except for YouTube. Google's got YouTube by the reins.
No, it's crazy how big some of these companies have become and how much they're taking everything. It's like the Disney of the social media.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is nice and this is a good platform and it's buying everything and owning everything and getting involved with everything.
Well, remember when Google first came about? Like wasn't their mission statement something like to know everything all the time?
That's
It was along
scary,
those lines.
if you think about it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie The Circle?
No.
So this movie, The Circle, is about a company called The Circle,
Yeah.
and it has the undertones of kind of like a Facebook
Okay.
type company. There's social. It's a social media, and everyone's connected to it.
All right.
And the basis of this movie was this girl gets a job there, and then all of a sudden the owners of the company want her to be completely transparent about everything. They want her to stream her life, and she puts a little camera on, and they made this little camera that doesn't need batteries or anything. You just stick it somewhere, and there's a camera there, and you leave it there. And they had a team go out and plaster them up all over the city, and there was eyes on the entire city.
That's pretty crazy. Okay.
Yeah. And so she went along with it because that was something that she wanted to do. She wanted to be completely transparent. She thought it would do the world some good if people were completely open about everything. So she starts streaming her life, and then little things start happening. One big one was she was streaming and she tried video calling her parents. Parents were going at it in their bedroom. And that went up on her stream to everyone. And since she's streaming her life, everyone was watching because it was a new experiment, you know?
Right.
But now you have people on Twitch that actually do in real life. They stream their life. Mobilely.
That's scary. That is legitimately scary.
And the people that do it, I don't think are the correct people to be doing it, because they are doing it to monetize it.
Yeah.
So they are doing different things, and when they reach a moment where they know they can push someone and get some kind of controversial experience out of it,
Yeah.
they will do it. And then they wind up with, you know, a viral video on YouTube that they can take from their Twitch stream and just produce a video out of it. And it's weird. But anyway, so the movie kind of came to the end where she finds out the company head honchos, they're using everyone's information for bad purposes, and they're making money that they shouldn't be making.
Which is
so she outs all of their data online and makes them transparent, completely transparent. It was a decent ending. I wouldn't say it was the best ending. It kind of made me mad how it ended. But yeah, like her boyfriend dies in the movie because of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was attacked because she posted something about his artwork, and it was taxidermy kind of stuff. Not really. He was taking like antlers and stuff and using them as pieces.
Okay.
And then she was up on stage at one point in the movie, and This is a whole lot of spoiler alerts.
We're kind of late for that.
Yeah. But they decided they could find anyone in the world because of all these little cameras and because of the circle.
Right.
And they were like, let's find such and such. And he was an off the grid type person.
Mm-hmm.
And they go to his house and they end up in a police, not a police chase, but a car chase because these people are they're trying to like get in his house and stuff. They're trying to find this dude. Like, this guy's got to run away. He falls off a bridge, dies.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she goes through a time of not streaming because of it and stuff. The movie's semi crazy.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a decent movie.
It's crazy because a lot of it seems very
realistic.
Yes, that's probably the craziest part.
It could happen.
What the hell?
It could seriously happen like within the next 5 years. Like cameras,
maybe less.
Cameras with no batteries or anything. Yeah, just stick it. It's there. That's
getting really Orwellian.
Yeah. So it's funny because I've been working on these Raspberry Pi projects, and it's such low tech that like.
Okay, talk to me because I'm thinking Pi right now.
It's a single board computer.
Okay.
It's just got a processor. It's got a GPU and some USB ports, a network port, and HDMI out, and a 3.5 headphone jack.
Okay.
So it's already got one more thing than the iPhone does. But it's super low tech, and the thing that makes it cool is it has these things called GPIO pins, and you can just hook other electronic devices up to these GPIO pins and control those electronics through the GPIO pins, and it's super low tech. Like, it's super slow. I've made a Netflix box out of one. So it runs Netflix. You have to change a little bit of code in the Chromium browser on it.
Okay.
And you can watch Netflix on it. And you can overclock it. You've seen like the liquid nitrogen overclocking, haven't you? People it's a sport now. Overclocking chips it's a sport.
What the hell is that?
Overclocking?
Yeah.
Oh, so you increase the power draw of the actual chip.
All right.
And you just make it faster. You make it faster.
Okay.
Like mine is the i7-77K.
Right.
It's already a hot chip, so when I overclock it, it like spikes way up. Like right now, I'm probably at 60 degrees, running like 30% CPU usage, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's just stock. Like, it's a hot chip to begin with, so I knew I was going to be pushing it.
Right.
So that's why I got water cooling. So it'll stay cooler, but overclocking is you increase the power to it, and you just make it go faster.
And that's a sport now.
Yeah. People use liquid nitrogen to cool these chips. They make special rigs and everything where they have to dump the liquid nitrogen in as they're doing it. They even have to cool it down sometimes because it'll get too cold because of the liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
And they got to torch out the center, and then like they're just dumping and stuff. You can actually go online and look up people's records and stuff like that.
Jeez.
It's nuts. You can actually record while you're doing it the gigahertz that you're hitting.
Oh, wow.
And post it live, like right after you accomplish a successful overclock.
Yep.
Goes right up online, and you receive the certification for that. It's pretty
certification?
Cool. That you're top.
Like, okay.
You're top.
Oh,
overclocker.
you got that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nuts.
Nice.
Like, the things you can do with computers now is mind blowing.
I've got to actually freaking get more into electronics and stuff just to have these conversations.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. So I've actually ventured into Python coding.
Yeah.
Linux. I made an entire Linux server. It's called a LAMP. It's a Linux, Apache, MySQL, and something else. The P. I
Pretty.
I haven't used the P, so I don't understand what the P is for yet. But yeah, you can just download it right offline and set up a web hosting server for free.
Nice.
Yeah, as long as you got an old computer, you can open up port 22 on your network and broadcast a website.
Nice. And is that similar to what you're working on like right now over there?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that computer that I did buy for way cheaper than I should have paid for it. I kind of feel bad, but he felt like it felt like he was comfortable selling it at that price.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel too bad about it. It's just with like the prices of RAM and everything right now,
Yeah.
you could parts it out for a
More
little
than
bit
he
more.
probably
Yeah.
sold it to you for.
Yeah. But like I said, I pulled 3 types of bugs out of the power supply.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a bug zapper. His power supply was a bug zapper at one
That's
point.
crazy. And sounds like a fire hazard.
Yeah. Well, I seen it and I'm like, I'm not running this in my house. I
Yeah.
need to clean this out. And I essentially gave the entire computer a bath, except for the
Right.
electrical components. I wish I could have washed the fans. Dusting the fans off was awful. It was super gross.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's what I'm working on with that. It's a I've already set it up. I've actually set this whole server up about 8 times now.
Yeah.
And going through like forums and stuff, apparently this is a regular thing that you're going to have little bugs and find problems with your components that aren't going to work.
Okay.
So you're going to have to restart. You're going to just basically install from scratch and redo everything. Like
Right.
in order for me to access the server from my phone, that took me about 2 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Just to like put a virtual machine onto that server.
Yep.
I was working on that at the same time for about 2 months. And it's just tough because it's all done through terminal.
Right.
Like, so it's just commands. It's all command prompt. That's how you enter everything.
All right.
That's the Linux server. Like, I got it through Ubuntu, so I'm using Ubuntu server. It's basically a computer without the GUI.
I'm sorry. This is just all
A
over.
graphical user interface.
Okay.
The GUI.
All right.
And that's the windows and everything that pop up, and you're able to drag and drop and stuff like that. So all of that is actually just your computer saying, do such and such. So your GUI is translating to the kernel of the computer.
Yes.
There's a thing
Yes,
called
kernel.
Funny thing about kernels is just recently they came out with some really big news on Intel. Did you hear about Meltdown and something else?
No.
The other one's not as important. So there's backdoors in Intel chips
Okay.
that are pretty bad. Like people
Like,
can
Did
definitely
they seem
steal
intentional?
your. No. It was a bunch of white hats found it. White hat hackers.
Yeah.
And a bunch of white hats found it and was like, hey, you guys need to fix this. They actually found this back in, I think, July or somewhere around there, but it didn't hit the news until December. Well, late November,
Right.
early December. And it's very hard to manipulate. Like, we're not going to do it.
Right.
Like, you have to have vast
We're
knowledge.
not gonna do it.
I can't do it.
Oh.
I'm
Okay,
not. I'm not doing
Then
it.
we're not gonna do it.
I can't do it. I wouldn't know the first step in that department. But so if you have Windows, update. because they did implement a fix for this. But it's just basically a backdoor where you can grab. There's little minute times where your passwords aren't encrypted when
Mhm.
they're translating from one place to another, and that's where the backdoor is. You just grab those packets or whatever
Right.
they're encapsulated in. I don't know. I know packets is an internet term, like when you're transferring over the
The
interwebs.
interwebs.
You're
But
you're
yeah, it's
actually
like your
transferring
data.
packets,
Yeah.
little snippets
Right.
of
It's like, okay,
data.
this is all the information you need. Sending it.
Yeah, and it sends out thousands of them at once, and then your computer grabs all those packets that it needs, and then recompiles it into what you need to view.
And from what you're telling me, at one point they're no longer protected, and that's when people are
Yes,
able to kind of
yes,
grab them.
yes.
And
As long as AMD AMD chips have the same the second one that I can't remember the name of it right now, but AMD does have a similar problem as Intel. Intel's worse
all
because
right,
they have Meltdown. That's the one that hit the news the hardest was Meltdown, because that's the biggest gaping hole that they could see. Like, that's not as hard to manipulate than the other one.
then the AMD.
Yeah. So AMD, you have to have physical access to the computer in order to like manipulate
Okay, as
this
opposed to like
this
with
whole.
the other one, you could do it remotely or
Yeah.
over the internet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, but it's a big deal. So if
Right.
anyone has a Windows computer, they need to do something about it, like, as soon as possible. I know a lot of people turn off Windows updates. Actually,
Right.
at work, at the Legion, we had our Windows updates turned off, and then as soon as that happened, I'm like,
Update.
back on. This computer is gonna be shutting down like crazy. You're gonna have to call me, because as soon as it shuts down, it it loses connection with the registers, and we have to establish the connection again. It doesn't
Okay.
do it automatically because you got to log in and blah blah blah.
See, this is why I'm smart. I don't have a computer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I don't have to worry about people getting in my back door.
the more work I do on computers, the more I'm just like, why'd I do this? Why'd I do this to myself?
Well, I mean, you're pretty far in right now. There's no going back.
I'm balls deep. I gotta stay.
Yeah.
I gotta stay. There's no going back at all now. But it's fun though. It's fun though. Like the Arduino projects that I've been working on, that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
The little single microcontroller boards that I use.
Okay.
I just made my mother a Christmas present with one. It's a picture frame. It's got all three of us, and then one picture of all three of us together.
Okay.
And when you push the buttons on the bottom, it'll play a song.
Oh, that's nice.
And then when you hit the family button, it plays what's that family song?
We are family.
We are fam. Yeah, it plays that a little clip from that song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I actually had to get a SD card reader and use the SD card reader. Like, I had to code for the SD card reader. Like Arduino has their own little program for. This is where our audio sucks. But they have their own little programming like interface, so you don't have to like entirely code it. You can
Right.
actually download libraries and import the libraries and say, I want this library to do that.
Okay.
And I integrated LEDs into it. That's why I said the LED game is hard, because LEDs, maybe it's just the ones that I bought,
Yeah.
but they're hard to control. It's either you get
You
it's
sound
either
so disappointed about that too.
I am maybe I'm not using the right pin, or I'm not downloading the right library for it. But there's NeoPixels, and then there's LED strips.
Right.
There's NeoPixel LED strips, but then there's dumb LED strips that
Oh,
have
right.
that have 4 connections, 12-volt positive, and then a red, green, and blue. And those are controlled by PWM signals.
Okay.
And you can use a MOSFET to control those. And that's the harder of the two. And then there's just a 3 connection, which are the neopixels.
Right.
So you have positive and negative, 12 or 5 volt or whatever voltage the LED is, and then you have the data in.
Okay.
And then you program it so you're like, okay, I have such and such LEDs, and then you can tell it which ones to light up.
Right. And if you wanted, like, I don't know, a strobe effect or like a
Yeah. And you tell it how frequent to refresh and how much power to apply to the actual LED. And it's a lot easier. I can't get it to work. I think it's just the LEDs that I bought.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work correctly with the Adafruit library that you download to put into the Arduino program.
Okay.
So my mother had a very disappointing Christmas because her
LEDs just weren't doing what they're supposed to.
No, like the whole project was kind of a bust. It was funny. I was working on it for about a month, and I was even coding like the night before.
Right.
Christmas Eve, 5 a.m. Well, no, it was Christmas Day. I overflowed right into Christmas Day, 5 a.m. I'm just laying in the guest bed, and I'm just like coding for this project, like falling asleep. Like, my mom's gonna be so disappointed in me because I didn't get a backup or nothing.
Oh, in case that fell through.
Yeah. Yep. Did you get anything good for Christmas?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Yeah.
Well, your mom had to get you something. Nothing?
Well, the way we do it, it's not so much about getting something on Christmas.
Yeah.
So she's just like, okay, down the road, I'll help you out with something.
Oh yeah, like my couch. My couch was my Christmas present.
Yeah.
So I got that couch about how long ago? Shit, it's been like a year.
Oh, I did get some stuff. Trying to remember.
Oh wait,
did you ever play Mass Effect?
Christmas. That was my last year's Christmas. Dude, I can't remember nothing.
No, did you ever play Mass Effect?
No, and I know you're huge. You even have the gun.
Yeah. Well, you remember Eam and Sarah?
Yeah.
They got me like a cool little prop for like the melee weapon on there is called an Omni tool. It's like this holographic thing that you in the game it basically flash heats carbon to create something physical but temporary.
Yeah.
And that's like what your melee thing. Well, they got the cool little like replica basically, and I got that, so that's all set up. And another friend of mine got me some Star Wars stuff because around the time I was just gushing about seeing the new Star Wars.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I'll give him that.
I still haven't seen it.
There's a lot of like controversy back and forth. People saying, "Oh, this sucked," blah blah blah, and other people like, "No, this was awesome." I fall into the latter camp. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were just probably excited for more Star Wars stuff to come out.
Yes.
That's what most people's reaction was.
Yeah.
Was
Look,
more Star Wars.
I thought it was actually
and it's not a cartoon.
Well done.
A shitty Disney cartoon.
No, I actually thought it was well done. I think what threw some people off was, I'd say, at least the first half. There was a campy bit to it. There was more comedy than people usually expect from Star Wars, but it was there.
Oh yeah.
And there were some tongue-in-cheek references that happened quite a bit, at least in the first half. Like, okay, do you know the blue milk reference?
The blue milk reference?
Back in the original movie, A New Hope, like when they're sitting around in their kitchen, Luke with his aunt and uncle, and they have this blue liquid, which is always referred to as the blue milk.
Okay.
Well, they show where it comes from is this giant, fat, like, if you crossed an elephant, a seal, and a cow together, it's kind of like that. and it's like sitting on a beach, and Luke goes all the way out there. He goes up to the animal, milks it. Of course, blue milk comes out and just slams it.
Oh my god. Unpasteurized whale milk.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was weird, but it was kind of funny. It's like, oh, well, now we know where the blue milk comes from. I never wanted to know, but there it is.
Oh my god. That's pretty funny.
And another thing I think I know a few people didn't like was what was it? What was the last one that came out? Not The Last Jedi, because that was this one. One before that was The Force Awakens. A lot of questions came up in The Force Awakens, and people were expecting them to get answered in The Last Jedi, and a lot of them just weren't.
No.
They were just never addressed, and it got to the point in the story where it's not going to come back up again.
Oh.
So, yeah, some people were not too happy with
But
that.
that leaves so much room for fan theories.
Well, that's the thing. So many people had fan theories, and almost all of them were wrong. But it was cool.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, fan theories, like, well, what the hell? Like,
I think fan theories are great.
okay,
They're awesome.
so spoiler for The Last Jedi coming up in a couple seconds. You should stop now or go forward. But, okay, Supreme Leader Snoke from The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Everyone, like, was running crazy with theories about who the hell he was.
Okay.
Last Jedi comes up. He gets killed, and it's never addressed who the hell he is.
So he's just some random character.
Essentially. The Knights of Ren, which Kylo Ren was a part of. People were like expecting, okay, where does that come from? Where's the idea for like this name, this order? Never addressed. Rey's parents. Sort of addressed, but in a disappointing way. Everyone's like, oh, she's, a Skywalker. No, she's a Kenobi. Oh, this, that, and the other. And it's kind of like said, well, your parents were no one. They left you there on a barren planet because they just couldn't afford to have you.
So they went to an orphan story.
Sort of, yeah. And that actually could be a lie just because of the way it was brought up.
Yeah.
But
so is there a potential for it to be brought up again and maybe
possibly, like, okay, so
but they left it open.
Yeah. So Kylo Ren, the bad dude, they sort of have like a team up thing for a short while. And while he's tempting to get her to the dark side, he says, I know what you want to know most of all. I know who your parents are. And she's like, okay. He's like, they were no one. They were no one. They left you on some barren planet, and so no one cares about you.
This was from someone on the dark side.
Yeah.
So there's potential.
It could be a lie.
Okay.
And he says, no one cares about you but me. I care about you. I want you to join me. I know how powerful you are, and we can work together.
Yeah, because they have chocolate chip cookies, but the chocolate chips aren't actually chocolate.
It's just pure darkness.
Yeah. That's still my favorite. We have cookies.
Yeah. So basically, like, there's room for that to be a total lie. But no, there was a few things. Some people were, again, not too happy about it, but I thought it was well done.
Back to the blue milk. Did you ever see the episode of Futurama where they visit the Slurm factory?
Yes, the giant queen. Oh my goodness, it was so nasty.
Right away what I thought about. Like they must have pulled that idea. Was that an established like this is where blue milk comes from before that movie?
No, it was never referenced. It was just there.
I wonder if one of the
on.
creators were just like, maybe just had it in their head from Futurama.
Yeah,
that show was so good. That was so good. But every time I think about Futurama now, I think about the dog episode. Every single time.
And your heart breaks.
My heart breaks every single time.
Every time.
And every time I see that, every time I see a movie like a saddest movie part or something like that pop up on YouTube, I'm like, no,
it's not as sad.
You don't know. You don't know.
That was so sad.
Like they didn't pull your heartstrings; they cut them.
Yeah.
With a rusty knife, with a rusty butter knife, or a spoon.
That was a legitimately like heartbreaking episode from Futurama.
Yeah. I've never been so sad in my life.
Like, it's crazy
because they pull on the fact that like people are so attached to dogs.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, let's make a man's best friend episode and prove that they're man's best friend by ruining you."
Oh, that was so sad. And the thing is, there's real life like things that have happened very similar to that. Like, someone passes away and the dog just waits there until it like dies of old age and that kind of stuff.
What was that? Hachi? Was that the name of the movie
I'm not
about
sure.
the little the dog that tries warning his owner to not go to work that day, and he had like a heart attack or a stroke or something, and it was a true story. And the dog, it would always follow him to the train station, and it would wait at the train station all day until he got home. And then the dog would never play fetch, and then all of a sudden it wanted to play fetch that day, and he's like, no, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
And he gets on the train and he dies that day. And then in the end of the movie, the dog literally just waits at the train station until he dies. He goes to the train station every single day, and it was sad. It's a sad movie.
So terrible.
It's a good movie though. You should definitely watch it.
Oh yeah.
Even though I just ruined it for you.
I know, but still, I know it's
a good movie.
That's why there are just some movies I've refused to see. Like, what was that one with Owen Wilson, I think, and that dog? I don't know. Pretty much they got like this puppy, and it's just so like destroys everything. It's like it's crazy. I haven't actually seen it.
Beethoven?
No. It's like a golden retriever or lab or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I refuse to watch it. Just because I'm like, no, you're gonna make me love that dog, and
then you're gonna take it away.
Yeah,
and you're gonna take it away.
And I'm not down for it.
I think they made a what was it, Milo? Milo and Me?
Oh, I think that might be it.
I think that might be the movie.
Yeah,
that might be the movie.
Yeah, I'm not down for that. I'm not putting myself in that situation because I know what you're gonna do.
No drama. I'm not about that.
So I'm not about to watch a movie just to cry like a bitch.
I do like it when directors actually catch you off guard with movies like that.
Yeah.
Like that's very rare that they'll like actually pull you in enough to like become attached to something.
Yeah.
Because like now
take it from you.
Now movies are just like death and like
you don't get attached to characters too much anymore.
No. And that's a lot of it's because they're so short.
Yeah, there's
movies have gotten a lot shorter.
And that's one of the things that people were supposedly upset about with Star Wars. All the Star Wars have been long movies, and this last one was long. It was like almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which was good. I didn't want it shorter. I didn't want to not see what you're doing.
It's got to be a long movie. Like you are dedicated to this brand, but that's also Star Wars. Like people are dedicated to it.
Yeah.
People are dedicated to it, and they will go and sit down and watch a movie that long. That's not a quick date movie. That's a
It's like you're going because you love this movie. You love this series.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is what it is. It's a love of the fans, and you need to do something worthwhile with them, which is why like a lot of people were upset when Disney got Star Wars. That was a new lease on life. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a pretty good job, honestly.
They haven't. The cartoon was awful.
I never really liked the cartoon, which a lot of people are going to hate me for that because it's got so much love from so many people. I'm not about it.
Nah.
I'm just not.
It's
and
not.
Now I'm wondering what they're going to do because now they've got the Han Solo Star Wars story coming up. Rumors of like an Obi-Wan story. I'm like, this is cool and all, but I want them to actually do a good job if they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Don't like just
those
might
not be as good as like what they're putting into the actual Star Wars movies.
Right. Like Rogue One. Rogue One was actually pretty good. but it's also one of those things where like I mean, it's episodic, and you're just kind of inserting bits and be like, okay, here's some stuff. Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't. I've never been huge into Star Wars or really any type of like really big fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know me, I'm more tangible type type of person.
Right.
Like shorter anime series even work for me.
Yeah.
I can't do
So
like
I'll say,
super
let me see
super
anime.
long. Uh, there's one you have to check out on Netflix that I
Mhm.
watched just the other day. Devilman Crybaby.
I've heard some good stuff about it
It's a
actually.
very vulgar, like this is not for kids. It's a very gory. There's a lot of explicit stuff
Right.
in it. But the story, the actual like underlining story is pretty intense.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you about it because it is that good.
Right. And then, like I said, I've heard some people. I haven't gotten any like storyline spoilers or anything out of it, but I've heard a lot of good stuff. But from the art style, from storytelling,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, Netflix made something really good."
dude, it was fantastic. It was awesome. Um,
Now, was that
and
a movie or is that a series?
it's a shorter series.
Okay,
It's a shorter series.
so like maybe 6 to 12 episodes, something like that.
It's short enough to where I passed out on the couch one night and it played all the way through.
Okay.
For some reason, when I watch Netflix on my computer, it doesn't give me the 3 episode buffer.
Huh.
Like it plays through
Right.
3 episodes
And then ask like, "Hey, are you still watching this?"
yeah. So I had to go through and restart every single episode. I'm like, oh crap, this sucks.
Well, it happens.
They really need to integrate just a restart everything in that series button.
Yeah.
They have a restart movie like
Right. Why not have that?
or
for-
episode button, but they don't have a restart series button.
Yeah.
It kind of does it automatically on some of them though, I've seen. But like on other ones, if you're like maybe halfway through or like since it automatically cuts off
Right.
before the credits
Yep.
of an episode, there's just that little bit left at the end.
Yeah.
So
So
it'll
you
go to
gotta
the
like
next
go
one.
all the way through if you want to rewind that episode, essentially,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah. But it's a good series. You gotta check it out. Netflix has actually been doing a really good job on anime in general. I've watched a few of their anime series.
Yeah.
Gigantica was really good.
Seven Deadly Sins was pretty good.
Seven Deadly Sins was awesome.
Yeah.
I watched that a while ago, a long time ago. Like when it first came out, like it hit my list like real quick.
Nice.
I'm like, "Oh, that looks cool. There's a giant and then
Giant chick.
this kid does not look strong at all, but he's the main character. You know
Yeah.
he's going to be crazy."
He's stupid strong. Him and I forget the name of the character, but the one that's in all red and everything is immortal.
Oh yeah,
Their fight was fun.
He was a pretty crazy character.
Yeah.
Like in general. What was his ability? It was like just regenerative.
Yeah, he was immortal.
Yeah.
Could not die. Mess him up all sorts of ways, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I'm glad Netflix is getting better.
Oh yeah.
And
And their original series are amazing. Like even outside of anime, they do really good original series.
on the note of the what was that bill just passed about the internet?
Net neutrality.
Net neutrality.
How they revoked it? Yeah.
Yeah. So on a plus side, I received an ad in the mail the other day, and Verizon is offering a year subscription to Netflix with a plan.
Yeah.
So hopefully Verizon keeps pretty close to Netflix because I don't want them to slow down Netflix.
Well, no, I think it's the opposite is what I believe is going to happen there, and what most economists, is that right? Whatever. Most people who actually realize how business works, it's going to be better
I don't
Because
think it is. I don't. It's going to be a grab at money,
oh,
and
I think there's
they're going to either a start charging customers based on what they want to access, or they're going to start charging companies to have the right of access.
right, but that's it's also going to increase quality. You're going to get faster speeds and everything, but you may have to pay for it. Like, um, say you are that person who just wants, your Netflix and your internet at home. You could get like a basic package that could potentially be less than what you're paying now. You're getting all the same stuff that you're getting currently. Maybe you're a gamer, or you do streaming and stuff, and you want a little something more. You want something that's going to be a bit faster. You can pay like maybe $20 more, and you got it.
Well, that's how it is now. You want gigabit internet, you pay like $30 more. Or you're a new customer and you get it for $30. Thank you, Verizon, for charging me out the ass. Oh my god, I was so mad when I saw that.
Well, I think it's one of those things. It's gonna show pretty quick. You know, down
What's
the road.
going to happen is going to be implemented pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because in general, anything internet anything internet wise is always quick.
Oh yeah.
It's always fast implementation, and because there's thousands of people going into coding positions, into just general programming,
Yep.
networking's it's not as big, it's not as prevalent as coding, which I'm actually glad that I've got into the network side of things,
Yeah.
because having something great is awesome until you hit a network situation and you're like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And I've talked to a couple people through forums and stuff, and as far as coding goes, a lot of them don't have networking experience
Right.
at
So
all.
you
They
only
don't.
have like one half of everything you need there, essentially.
They're not really big on how to forward ports or the different types of file transportation, well, protocols,
Okay.
file transfer protocols. But it should be a bigger thing. I've gotten so nerdy about the whole networking situation.
Oh, I've kind of seen.
Like all of my cables, every cable in my house is in the A configuration, and
A.
Well, there's A and B, and it's just there's 2, 4, 6 cables, maybe 8 cables inside of one Ethernet cable.
All right.
Like there's just
Yeah.
8 copper cables, so it's just how they're arranged.
Okay.
It's like defusing a bomb.
All right.
Green stripe goes first, or it doesn't work.
Or is it red?
All right, man.
Don't cut the blue.
So it's been about a good
a good
probably
minute.
2 hours.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I gotta get going, but we'll try to keep this more frequent. So
Yes.
we aren't gonna have like months without a post.
Bi-weekly, me and you,
Yep.
we're gonna sit down and have chats about things.
About nothing, everything, whatever comes up.
Yeah, and hopefully it works out. I'm gonna keep trying to plug along on my own streams.
All right.
Definitely check them out, and that'll actually give me some tips for this one, so we
Awesome.
can make this one better.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep on. We'll keep adding more, getting everything a little tighter, a little bit more.
Yeah, like an
little set.
intro. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
An actual intro. That would be
I
pretty cool.
seen how to set up the intro, and it's kind of janky,
Hmm.
but I'll get it to the point where it's good.
All right.
You kind of add like a timer onto your thing, and it's, I don't know, it's weird.
Well, we'll find that out
Yes.
down the road.
Yes.
We'll get something figured out.
Okay. All right. Everybody have a good day.
Yeah, if anyone's watching.